Are you a Shia or Sunni?
Sunni.
Sunni. Do you recognize that the Shia don't accept all your Sahih Hadith?
Yeah.
Am I also right in assuming that you don't accept all their Sahih Hadith?
Yeah.
So is it fair for me to say that Muslims themselves can't agree on what Sahih Hadith?
Yeah.
Right. So if you Muslims can't agree about what is Sahih Hadith, how do you expect us to be convinced that you know what Sahih Hadith is? And the Isnad chain should include the name of the one that gave the information. So who was that person?
Sahih Bukhari.
Sahih Bukhari. Sahih Bukhari simply says, now I'm going to embarrass him and show him no expert at all. But I can give you right now an example of a hadith that contradicts the Quran and you accept the hadith over the Quran. What's the law of apostasy in Islam?
Death.
Show me in the Quran where it commands death for leaving Islam.
I can't find it.
He can't find it in the Quran. So how could you have a name that appears in an unreliable chain also appearing in a reliable chain? Basically, are you asking a question? Because we're taking questions. Go on, if you want to respond. Go on.
Just because the same person appears in the same chain, there's other people in that chain as well. So for example, the person that appears in the Sahih Hadith that's in the chain,
Yes.
just because they appear in another Hadith that isn't Sahih, isn't because of them. There might be someone else in that chain that had like a weak memory or whatever.
Yeah.
There's many criteria. There's
Yeah.
strict criteria.
Do you know what the criterion was used by Imam Muslim? You know, in the Hadith science, it's important that person A met person B to create the chain. Agreed? Do you know that Sahih al-Muslim doesn't even have that as a criteria? Do you know that Sahih al-Muslim says that if two people in a chain just lived in the same city, that he assumes that they met? He doesn't prove it. Go and look up Sahih al-Muslim, go and look up his criteria. He simply assumes that people in the chain meet. He doesn't prove that people in the chain meet. Did you know that Imam Bukhari in his own lifetime was considered a deviant? He was rejected as a deviant in his own lifetime. Did you know that Sahih al-Bukhari, the codex that you have from Sahih al-Bukhari, comes from one student after him, and then that one student's codex was copied by 4 other people, and that those 4 other students, their codex of Sahih al-Bukhari all disagreed with one another, and that the codex that you use as Sahih al-Bukhari comes from one of the 4 that a later Arabic grammarian had to correct the Arabic in. Are you aware that in Sahih al-Bukhari appears in one of the chains of his own hadith? Sahih al-Bukhari. Bukhari, it doesn't matter how I pronounce it, I'm English. It doesn't matter how I pronounce it, I'm English, I'm not Arab. So the problems is, and I don't believe in Arabization, and the problem is, there are problems with the hadith sciences. I'll give you another example. Muslims say to me, on the one hand, that if a hadith contradicts the Quran, you reject the hadith. Right. But I can give you right now an example of a hadith that contradicts the Quran and you accept the hadith over the Quran. I'll give you an example. What's the law of apostasy in Islam?
According to the Sharia. Death.
Death. So what you all heard was a Muslim in the 21st century in London is saying that friends of mine, people I know and love, who I have sat and had dinner with and had cups of tea with and learned about their lives, according to his law, should be killed because they left the religion of Islam.
Yeah,
Now, one second. One second. Show me in the Quran where it commands death for leaving Islam.
I can't find it.
He can't find it in the Quran.
I don't know the verses.
Right.
I probably can if you give me time.
But doesn't it say in the Quran, to you your religion and to me my religion?
Yeah.
Doesn't it say in the Quran? Doesn't it say in the Quran that it's up to Allah who He guides into Islam and who He guides away from Islam?
I don't have knowledge, so I don't want to speak of this stuff.
Right. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. No, I'm giving you an example. So you quoted the death sentence For my friends who are Christians, because they left Islam, you said that they should be killed according to Sharia. On what are you building? On what are you building that?
In the Quran, I'm pretty sure.
No, it's not the Quran, because you can't show me the verse in the Quran. I challenge you, Google it. Show me the verse in the Quran that says kill them.
Taking me time, 'cause I don't know the
Google it.
verse.
I'll give you time. Let's give you time.
You didn't answer my initial thing.
No, I'll tell
went
you.
off topic.
I'll tell you what it says. He's quoting a hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari
quote anything.
that says that there are 3 reasons you can kill a Muslim. 1, if they kill without cause. 2, if they commit adultery. 3, if they leave the religion of Islam. Are you aware that Muslims are advocating across the Western world that there are people in our civilization, in our society, people you might even be friends with, that should be killed because of this hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari? So, I have answered your question.
No, my initial question, wait, bro. My initial question was that you said that just because one person appears in a Sahih hadith, yeah, and then they appear in the other hadith, there's a contradiction.
No,
I was telling you.
No, in the conversation. No, let me remind you of the conversation. No, allow me to refresh you, because you've forgotten the links in the chain. I said to you, did you know that you believe hadiths over the Quran? And you said, give me an example, and therefore I have given you an example. And this, okay then. So you say the hadith. Do you recognize the Sahih hadith that says you can kill people for leaving Islam?
I don't know the hadith.
You don't know the hadith, but you know the law.
Well, I'm pretty sure that is the
right. So Google it now. I'll give you time. I'll give you time.
Well, I'm trying to say,
you said you wanted time. Show me in the Quran where it says kill people for leaving Islam.
Listen, brother,
I challenge you.
I don't have knowledge, but what I'm trying to say.
So you can't.
Fine, whatever.
There you go.
But that
that
wasn't the initial conversation. My initial question was, you said that if someone appears in a Sahih hadith,
okay,
yeah, and the
yes,
hadith is Sahih,
yes,
and that same person then appears in another chain, which is not Sahih, it's
yeah,
Da'if or whatever it is,
yeah,
but that's somehow a contradiction. Why is that a contradiction?
No, I'm saying it's a problem.
Thank you, bro.
I'm saying it's a problem.
There's other people in that chain as well, you understand?
I'm saying it's a problem.
The chain isn't based on one person.
Yeah, but what it is saying is that person in that chain has passed on an unreliable hadith. So what that is admitting... No, let me explain my point. No, sorry, well, let me explain my point, because you're using this example, so I now need to explain why it's a problem. If you're having individuals in the isnad chain that are narrating unsound hadith, then it draws into question whether everyone, even in a Sahih isnad chain, is not just also, if one person can make the error one time, therefore it is possible for all the people to make the error one time, and therefore for an unsound hadith to be recognized as a sound hadith because of the people in the chain. That's why it's a problem.
What you were saying is that one person, yeah, appears in a hadith that is Sahih.
And I've just explained why that's a problem. Now reply to my argument.
Can you explain it again?
Yeah, because you weren't listening. So what I said was, if Muslims admit by recognizing that individuals in Sahih Isnad also appear in Isnad Da'if, yes, or Isnad is Hasan, that if they appear in these Isnads, that therefore these people that also appear in Sahih Isnad are communicating unsound hadith, and therefore by that admission, if they're admitting that this person can get it wrong once and recite something that is unsound, it is therefore possible that everyone in a Sahih Isnad could also give an unsound hadith. That's one of the problems. Yeah, you can.
Basically, that person, okay, that appears in a Sahih hadith, yeah, is narrating something, fine. Then in a Da'if hadith,
yeah,
or Hasan or whatever it is,
yeah,
they might be saying something which is weak, right? But it's because they've been told by someone else, you understand? So that's someone else in the chain, there's someone else further up the chain, that has made the hadith weak, not them. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because I might tell you something which isn't true, then you go and pass on to someone else, yeah? And I got that from someone that told me something that's false, right?
Yeah.
And then in another example, someone might tell me something that's true, I get it, I pass it on, and it is true.
Yeah.
So just because, like, do you understand that?
I get what you're saying, but it doesn't deny the possibility of what I've said. But now let's move the argument forward. You recognize, you're Shia or Sunni? Sunni. Do you recognize that the Shia don't accept all your Sahih Hadith? Yeah. Am I also right in assuming that you don't accept all their Sahih Hadith? Yeah. So is it fair for me to say that Muslims themselves can't agree on what Sahih Hadith? Right. So if you Muslims can't agree about what is Sahih Hadith, how do you expect us to be convinced that you know what Sahih Hadith is?
Well, we don't take from the Shia.
And they don't take from you. But the point is, when they reject your Sahih Hadith, are they not rejecting people that you think are sound?
Fine, but
like Aisha.
That's like a Christian saying. Just think of it as like they're not two separate religions, yeah.
Yeah.
But just think of it as that, like as in that's like saying, oh, the Christians and the Muslims
Christ
don't agree.
A kingdom that is that where it says two kingdoms that don't agree cannot stand.
I don't know.
That's what the Bible says.
By the way, I don't have knowledge. I simply just asked the question.
That's fine, brother. That's fine, brother.
Yeah, cannot unite.
I know. I'm not trying to.
Brother, they're just trying to pull you away because they're scared of a discussion. They're frightened. The Dawagandists are frightened of a conversation. They're frightened of a debate.
Are you qualified to teach Mustalah Hadith?
Are you? Oh, you're qualified. Great. Let's have a conversation then.
You know there is an apostasy in the Bible. You know the killing for apostasy.
Let's not change topics. No, we're not changing topics. We're going to talk. You just said that you're qualified to talk about Sahih Hadith. What happens if I could prove to you that the hadiths have fabrications and lies in them? I can prove it to you. Yeah, I'm going to show you. Yeah, I'm going to show you.
This according to your understanding.
Yeah, I'm going to show you. I'm going to prove it to
And
you.
you study Hadith.
I'm going to prove it to you.
You know Mustalah Hadith.
Yeah, let's talk about one. I'm going to show you. Okay. So let me show you. Let me show you. Okay.
He's not born Muslim. He's a convert.
Huh?
You're a convert.
I'm revert.
You're not yours. You're revert.
Doesn't mean anything, guys.
You can't tell me about this.
Me being an ex-Catholic, becoming a Muslim, does not mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything. Right, do you know the hadith about Abu Sufyan and Heraclius?
No. With the one that's miraculous with the Roman emperor.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, so let's go through that hadith together in a conversation, and I'm going to prove to you that it has lies in it.
Where's the lies?
Right, so let's go through the story. Okay?
Step by step.
Shall we do it step by step?
Okay.
It's quite a long hadith. Are you okay for that? Because it means it's a long conversation.
Can you not?
I can, but
abbreviate it?
I can abbreviate. I can get to one of the key points, but you just got to give me time to read through it to find it. Is that okay?
Okay.
So give me a second and I'll find it.
But you claim listen. The proof is upon the one making the claim.
I know that's
this
what
is
he
what
was
we
gonna
believe
say.
in,
That's
right? So you got to bring the proof why it's fabricated.
I'm doing that right now, bro. I'm literally doing it.
Your understanding.
I'm literally about to do
Your
that.
understanding.
I'm literally about to do
Bring me
that.
a scholar.
No.
Bring me a scholar
Don't give me
who
that
claims that it's
nonsense.
fabricated.
Don't give me that nonsense, because we Christians bring
You're
scholars.
talking nonsense.
Do you want to have a conversation, or are you
Yeah, I'm having a
grandstanding?
conversation, but
Are you
tell-
grandstanding?
listen, in
Look,
Islam,
no.
So you don't know
So you
nothing
want
about
to
Islam.
grandstand. You
No,
want to
you don't know
grandstand.
nothing
That's
about
fine.
Islam. First of all,
No.
if you are bringing the proof,
I'm going
if
to
you're
bring the
saying
proof right now.
You have to tell me.
I'm going
who
to
said
bring
it's
the proof.
fabricated.
I'm going to.
Not according
I'm going
to your
to.
understanding.
No. We can see that it's fabricated. I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you.
You don't understand Hadith.
Muslims can't agree which scholars to believe in.
Yeah.
Exactly, yes. So you're saying which scholar, but the point is Muslims reject one another's scholars. It's a fallacy to appeal to authorities like that. You're committing a logical fallacy. You're committing a logical fallacy. And the reason why you're committing a logical fallacy is because Muslims themselves appeal to different scholars, and different scholars disagree with one another about what to practice.
Let me say something.
So when you say that this scholar, show me a scholar that says X, well, the point is every Muslim can show you a scholar that says X or Y. The result is that appealing to authority like you're doing is a logical fallacy. You wouldn't get through the first grade of a degree in logic using that kind of argumentation.
I use the Quran and Sunnah.
Right, so let's go to the Sunnah. Let's go to the Sunnah.
Right? You can't even
Let's go
agree
to the Sunnah.
who Jesus' father is. Is it Joseph or Eli?
Stop trying to change the subject. Stop trying to change the subject.
Joseph or Eli?
In your Quran,
Stop
it
trying
says
to.
Jesus.
Can you look? No hands. No need for touching.
Who's Jesus'
No
father?
need for touching.
Jesus' father.
Yes, you held me. Don't touch.
The Christian.
Don't touch.
Who's Jesus' father? Eli or Joseph?
Don't touch. Shh. Don't touch and don't shush me either. No one is your dhimmi. You might think you're a nice Islamist, but no one is your dhimmi. No one is your dhimmi. Notice the triggered Muslim. Notice the triggered Muslim.
I'm not Muslim.
Notice the triggered Muslim. Say Muhammad wasn't a prophet. Say Muhammad wasn't a prophet.
I'm not Muslim.
Say Muhammad wasn't a prophet. Say Muhammad wasn't a prophet. There you go.
How do you know I'm a Muslim?
Yeah, he's run away. He's hiding. He's hiding. He's hiding. He's hiding.
Don't lie. He just saying Bush. I swear to God. Yeah, he just wants. I'm alright. Don't discuss. Be humble now. Discuss certain things. You're a Muslim. I'm not a Muslim. You're stupid. How do you know that I'm a Muslim? You're just saying.
Let's all be cool. It's a nice day. Let's all be cool.
The most important for you to be happy.
Right, here I'm going to prove to you, bro, that a Sahih Hadith has a lie in it. Right? Right? Now, the uncle there who was so belligerent and wanted to jump in has now run away from the topic. He's run away from the topic. Yeah. So here's the proof. Here's the proof. Yeah. Yeah. Are you coming back, uncle? Right, here's the proof. Right. So I'm going to read the Hadith and then I'm going to ask you one question.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. We love the uncle.
So you know the story of Heraclius?
I know some of it.
Okay.
Because it's a long story.
Right. So you asked me to abbreviate, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to abbreviate. So there is this story in the Hadith, it's Sahih Hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari, book 1, Hadith number 7, where Abu Sufyan says that he went, or some companions went, and they saw Heraclius the emperor. And Heraclius asked them questions about Muhammad, about whether to follow him. Right. And then Heraclius said, I wanted, in short summary form, he said, he essentially wanted to become a Muslim. And he invited all the leading establishment of the Byzantine Empire to come together to offer them that they should all become Muslim. And when he did that, they all cried out in despair and started running for the gates. Okay? Now, after this event, and this is the key point, I hope you're all listening, in the privacy of his own room. That's really important to the question. So now I'm going to pick up. The sub-narrator adds, Ibn Natur was the governor of Ilya, and Heraclius was the head of the Christians of Shan. Ibn Natur narrates that once while Heraclius was visiting Ilya, he got up in the morning, so he's in his own room, with a sad mood. Some of his priests asked him why he was in that mood, and Heraclius was a foreteller of astrology. He replied, at night then I looked at the stars, and I saw that the leader of those who practice circumcision had appeared. Who are they who practice circumcision? The people replied, except the Jews. Nobody practices circumcision, so you should not be afraid of them, the Jews. So here's my question. The conversation was between the Christian emperor and Christian priests in the privacy of his own room. How did the Muslims hear about this private conversation?
Well, how did Bukhari know about it?
That's a great question. Exactly. Thank you for laughing. That's the point. How did Bukhari know about it?
The point is,
go on.
Revelation.
How did Bukhari know? Revelation.
Because the Prophet, peace be upon him, was given revelation. You know the Quran is so
This is not a hadith that goes to Muhammad.
Yeah, why?
You see, I thought
all hadiths.
No, they go to the companions as well. No, I know your religion better than you.
You see,
they go to Muhammad and the companions.
Listen, I would advise you go and study.
Answer my question.
All hadiths go back to the Prophet.
Answer my question. How did anyone hear this conversation between the emperor and the priest?
Let me tell you something. How many people?
Answer the question.
How many people were in the room?
The emperor and the priests, according to this story. We don't know. There's no number given.
Is there a possibility that that conversation got out? Yeah.
By who?
Yeah.
By who?
By the priest.
So,
by the emperor.
Where are they in the Isnad chain?
Yeah.
What's their name in the Isnad chain?
I can't remember.
But that's the point, isn't it? The point is, you have to say that the contents, the matin of a hadith, is rooted in the Isnad. Which means that if someone witnessed this conversation between the emperor and the priest in the privacy of his own room, the name of that person should appear in the Isnad chain.
A lot of things are not
so show me.
A lot of things don't appear.
A lot of things don't appear, and that is a problem with the hadith.
40 people in a room, it's not a possibility that that conversation got out.
Yeah, exactly.
And who is in the Isnad? Right.
Answer me that.
I'm going to answer that. I'm going to answer that very question. he is arguing, this expert in Sahih Hadiths, right? Remember, he said he's an expert in Sahih Hadiths, but he doesn't even know that Sahih Hadiths also go back just to the companions.
All of them go back to the
But
every one of them
this expert in Sahih Hadith asked me the question, how do you know the conversation didn't get out?
Okay.
Fine. Let's work with that argument.
Okay.
If the conversation got out, then the isnad chain should include the name of the one that gave the information. So who was that person?
Sahih Bukhari.
Sahih al-Bukhari. Sahih al-Bukhari simply says, now I'm going to embarrass him and show him no expert at all. Heraclius lived in the years 600 to 700. Sahih al-Bukhari lived in the years 800 to 900. So, according to this expert of Sahih Hadith, Sahih al-Bukhari was there 200 years before he was born in the room of the emperor as one of the priests.
You know what?
Who's talking rubbish? You said it was Sahih al-Bukhari.
Chain of narrations
yes,
coming down from
I've
one
just
person
talked
to
about
the other.
that. I've just talked about that.
From all the change of narrations going down to Sahih Bukhari, and then it was recorded.
Sorry? What?
Simple as.
Sorry, answer the question again.
Isnad. What's isnad?
One second.
What is isnad?
An isnad is a chain of narration.
Thank you. So
answer my question
you've got
then.
a chain of narrations going down, going down, going down.
So who was the one that heard the conversation?
Could be anybody. Could have heard of conversation.
Could be anyone. Is that how isnad chains work? No, it could be anyone. No, isnad chains work by saying it was this person.
Let me show you where you're
So who was
it?
Let
me show you the fallacy
who was
of what
it?
you believe in. Listen,
Go on, tell me who was it.
Let me show you the fallacy
Go on.
of what you're talking
Tell
about.
me.
First of all, you said the Jews were the only people that were circumcised.
No, that's what your hadith say.
No.
That's what your hadith say.
The hadith would
I
never
literally read it to you. I literally read it to you.
Never said that. Right? It would never said. This tradition, this tradition came from Abraham. God made an everlasting promise to Abraham.
That's not relevant to this.
Well, we follow the Abrahamic.
That's not relevant to the topic.
It is relevant because what you're saying in there is that there's no proof for circumcision.
No, that's not what I said at all. You weren't even listening.
Show me.
I'm proving to you.
Where it says there's no proof for circumcision.
Ladies and gentlemen, what the actual conversation was is me proving that his hadiths have a lie in it. And now I'm going to give you another evidence.
This is from
Here's another evidence. Listen.
This is from your hadith.
Listen. The hadith claims to have the knowledge of the contents of private correspondence between the Emperor Heraclius and a friend. Listen.
A private correspondence with 40
listen.
people in a room.
Listen.
How much people were in the room?
Listen.
Come on, man.
Listen. Listen, right, here you go. Listen.
Crazy, man.
Right.
This guy's lost it.
I would certainly watch it. Heraclius then asked for the letter addressed by... No, that's a different letter. Hold on 1 second.
You see? Look.
Different letter. Different letter.
How much letters are there?
There's 2 letters referenced in this hadith.
How much letters?
There's 2 letters. There's 2 letters.
Which one's the right letter?
Come here. Come talk. You listen every day, every weekend. He just nothing. He just nothing.
Up on the side. Who are these people?
They just nothing, man.
They hate. You know what happened? These haters.
You know he's busted.
Right.
He's totally busted. He can't answer the simple question that I asked.
You have the right.
And all he's doing is trying to change the topic. And all he's doing is using ad hominem attacks.
He's qualified for Mustalah Hadith. You know, this is the science. A very few people are qualified. He's qualified for Sahih. Right? This conversation happened in a room between a whole heap of people. And it's not a possibility that it got out and somebody narrated it. You know, that's a great mystery, and that's a lie, according to him. Come on, man, bring some.
I'm going. We've got your proof.
Which letter?
We've got your proof. Let me find it. Let me find it.
Nobody heard the letter.
Let me find it. Let me find it. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Are you ready, guys? Here's another example that he won't be able to answer.
Tell me what the letters is. You said 2 letters.
So here's the second letter.
No. Tell me what's the letter.
Listen.
What's the first letter or the second letter?
Heraclius then wrote a letter to his friend. Everybody say friend.
Amigo.
Friend. in Rome, who was as good as Heraclius in knowledge. Heraclius then left for Homs, and a town in Syria, and stayed there till he received a reply of his letter from his friend, who agreed with him in his opinion about the emergence of the Prophet. So the Hadith is claiming to have knowledge about the contents of private correspondence between the Emperor of Rome and his friend. I'm now going to ask the Muslim expert of Hadith one simple question, and he won't be able to answer the question. My question is this: how did the Hadith narrator get the knowledge of the contents of the letter?
How do you know about
the
letter?
Son.
How do you know about the letter if it's a private letter? How do you know about the letter? And you said it was
because your Hadiths lie.
You see?
Your Hadiths lie and make it up.
You see how
they tell a fiction.
How do you know? Is the letter Sahih or not?
The lie is in your Hadith.
Let me ask you something. Is the letter Sahih or not?
According to your Hadiths.
No.
Which, what does that say? What does that say?
Sahih Hadith.
Sahih Hadith. Yes. So is knowledge of the letter Sahih or not?
Yeah.
Is knowledge of the letter Sahih or not?
Yes.
Yes! So how did he get knowledge of the letter?
How do you know about the letter?
Did he speak?
How do you know? Is the letter?
Did he speak to Heraclius?
Let me ask you something.
Did Sahih al-Bukhari speak to Heraclius?
Listen. In history,
did Sahih al-Bukhari speak to the friend of Heraclius?
Don't be talking to
Go on, answer the question.
Listen, how do you know about the letter?
Answer my question.
How did the letter get out?
Because your Hadith lie. The letter never existed.
How you know
the letter never existed. Your Hadiths are lying to you.
How did the letter get out?
Great question.
How did the letter
answer that question. That's the question I'm asking you.
Yes.
I'm asking you that question.
You have got the letter.
He's not even thinking.
You have got the letter. You have got the letter.
Imam Bukhari is lying to you. Imam. Yes, exactly. Imam Bukhari wrote it by himself. He lied.
He's a faker.
These guys are so slow in wit and intelligence, they can't even follow the argument. Ladies and gentlemen, this hadith states that Imam Bukhari knew the contents of private correspondence between Emperor Heraclius and his friend in Rome. But the Muslims can't tell me how Sahih al-Bukhari or anyone in the Isnad chain came to that information. If they cannot tell me how they came to that information, then we have evidence that Sahih al-Bukhari has fabricated history and made up a lie, and that means Sahih al-Bukhari is not reliable. Now reply. Go on, reply.
How did they get the letter?
That's a great question. That's the question I've been asking you for 10 minutes, and you've not answered the question. How did he know? Answer the question.
It's not. It's a chain of narrations coming all the way down.
So who got the letter? Who got the letter?
Well, the letter.
Who got the letter?
It didn't say specifically who got the letter.
It doesn't say specifically.
No.
Did you all hear that? He admits he doesn't know who got knowledge of the letter. So in other words, the Isnad chain has lies in it, and it's being called Sahih. Is that how Isnad works? Expert of Isnad chain.
Listen.
Go on.
Our religion is authentic. Unlike you.
Answer the question.
Unlike you.
Answer the question.
Your religion is a fake.
I've shown you that your Sahih Bukhari has a lie in it. You don't have an answer. You can't. So how did he get the letter? How did he get the letter? It's not an answer.
It is an answer.
Which person in the Isnad chain got the letter? Which person? It doesn't say. It doesn't say. It doesn't say. Isnad is not an argument. Isnad is not an answer.
We are spiritual beings having a human experience. We're a part of one.
We're talking about this. We're talking about this.
Why are you living in the past?
He's running away. He's running away.
I don't have to run anyway.
So,
because you're loud and you're stupid.
So
you don't
answer
listen.
the question.
You're dumb.
Answer the question.
I answered the question already.
Isnad is not an answer.
Isnad is a chain of narration.
It's not an answer to the argument.
You got 40 people in the room. Answer me the question.
According to your
40 people in a
biographies,
room, nothing they came
where
to the
does
room.
it say 40?
Yeah?
Where does it say 40?
Well, you said a lot of people was in the room.
No, I didn't.
Right?
I
He
didn't.
wrote a letter to his friend.
You see, you're lying.
How did the letter
No
come
one
out?
can trust
How
you in
did the
this
letter?
chain
How did the letter come
because
out?
you're lying.
How did the letter
Your
come out?
hadith reports are not reliable. Your hadith reports are hadith da'if.
Listen, you're just loud. You're just loud.
You can't answer the question.
You're not listening.
Because
That's the problem.
your answer was
You believe
isnad.
because you can shout loud.
Look,
that you got a proof.
And you believe
It's
if you
rubbish.
repeat the word isnad, you've given an argument. But the word isnad is not an argument.
No, yes.
The point that I'm
It's a chain
making
of
to you,
narrations coming all the way down.
so show me which one in the chain got the letter.
Okay. Anybody could have got a letter.
He doesn't know. And
Historically-
why doesn't he know?
historically-
Because it's a lie.
There's a lot of letters.
It's
that
made
written
up.
by many people. Right? And it's recorded. It's been recorded.
Where?
Anyway,
Where's the letter?
It could be in one of the Roman.
There's no
archaeologists.
letter.
Yeah, why not?
There's no
Why is there
letter.
no letter? So you're saying the emperor fabricated all of this?
No, I'm saying Sahih al-Bukhari
You
or
fabricated.
someone in the Isnad
And who
chain
wrote the letter?
fabricated this.
You said he wrote a letter to his friend. Where's
No,
the letter?
no, I
you know
don't
that
say
emperor,
it. I
you know
don't
that
say
emperor
it.
became a Muslim.
I'm saying,
You know that
I'm
member,
saying
you know that Muslim, you know that
that
emperor.
the Isnad
you know the
chain,
emperor became a
someone
Muslim.
in the Isnad chain is lying. That's what I'm saying.
You know the emperor.
You're
confirmed,
changing the topic.
No, the emperor
Changing the
confirmed
topic.
that the prophet was the prophet.
That was also a lie.
No, it
also a
wasn't.
lie.
It wasn't a lie.
Tell me
It
one fact that you
wasn't
know
a lie.
about Heraclius that's vouched for by historians.
Yeah, many.
Go on, tell me one. You said you know many.
Yeah.
Tell me one fact.
But the fact that it's
Tell me one fact that is vouched for
the fact-
by
the
historians.
fact that it's recorded.
What?
The fact that it's
What?
recorded
What?
is a fact. Is in itself.
The fact that it is recorded is a fact.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
I didn't ask you that, Uncle.
No.
What I asked you
The fact that it's
was
recorded.
tell me one fact about Heraclius that you know that's vouched for by historians because you lied to me.
Heraclius became
You
a Muslim.
lied
And you
to
become
me
upset because
when
he
you
became a
said
Muslim.
you know facts about Heraclius.
That's all he does is shout.
Let me tell you about Heraclius. Let me tell you about Heraclius.
You know nothing of Heraclius.
Heraclius
Was what?
usurped the emperor before him, before he himself became emperor. Heraclius was afraid of crossing water. Heraclius
when he
launched the first religious war of the Christians to recover the Holy Cross from the Persians who had captured the war in the Persians versus the Byzantines. Heraclius used to open up the Bible
because he was scared.
to decide the strategy of war. Heraclius was someone who championed the Christian faith and went into battle with the banner of the Theotokos. These are facts about Heraclius, and this man is a bold-faced liar. A bold-faced liar.
Heraclius became a Muslim.
Prove it.
Yes, it's in the
Prove
Hadith
it.
Bukhari.
That's not proof.
That's proof.
That's not proof.
And the reason why he didn't want
Show me in Sahih al-Bukhari became a Muslim. Show me.
You got it.
Show
You
me.
got it.
Where does it say
You
became
said
a
it's
Muslim?
liar. I believe it's true.
Where does it say became a Muslim?
Became a Muslim.
What do you have to do to become a Muslim? You say the Shahada. Where does he say the Shahada? Show me. Show me where he says the Shahada. Show me where he says it. You're a bold-faced liar. You're a fraud. You're a con artist. And you're busted by the facts.
Listen to the letter.
Show me. Show me. Show me. I'll give you the reference because you're struggling. It's book 1, hadith number 7, Show me where he became a Muslim. You're a liar. You're a bold-faced liar.
A Muslim.
Prove it. You made the claim. Remember, he said to me, if you make a claim, it's on you to bring the proof. He did say that. He did say that. Yes. He has made the claim that Heraclius became a Muslim. Bring the proof.
It's in the letters.
Show me.
It's in the letters.
Show me. No, you made the claim. You bring the proof. 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 We're waiting. Show us. Show us.
The biggest hamar.
You're a bold-faced liar, and you're shameless in your lies. And you lie because Allah is a makra. Allah is a deceiver. And that's why you're willing to deceive. Because you worship a God who was willing to deceive. And that's why lying like you did is completely acceptable to you. You call it Taqiyya. You're a liar. And I'm going to prove you're a liar. Master of Hadith. Teacher of Hadith. Show me in Sahih al-Bukhari that Heraclius became a Muslim. You lie against one of the champions of Christendom. A man who fought a war to recover the Holy Cross. Who shed blood in the way of Christ. Who died a champion of Jesus Christ. Show me he took Shahada. Or take back your filthy, dirty lies against the Holy Confessor.
Simple answer. From both Islamic and historical records.
That's a claim, that's a claim.
When the Prophet started his mission,
claim,
he sent letters to the rulers of the kingdom around Arabia.
Claim.
And the letters to Heraclius.
Claim.
What claim?
It's a claim.
It is a lie.
It's a
I'm
claim.
telling you, I'm bringing the proof. I'm bringing the proof.
I'm waiting for you to show me you took Shahada. Go on, go on, go on.
Right? I'm telling the proof.
I'm listening.
And besides then as well. He received a letter, and after interrogating some Arabs, this is the interrogation.
Claim,
he said,
claim,
right?
yes.
Claim. You prove it's a liar.
Claim.
I'm telling you it's true.
Go on.
You see, I'm bringing the proof now.
We're waiting. He's reading from a website that repeats all of his claims.
And the letter was genuine because it's in the archives.
Right? Where? Which archive? Which archive?
After asserting that he tried to convince his court to pledge allegiance to the Prophet.
Go on.
The people of court refused to, and he left the matter. What? Once he left the matter, he let the matter drop.
Yep.
But no records ever run, but except that Heraclius became a Muslim.
There is no record. No, his own website. There is no record of him accepting Islam. What does it say? It says, no, read it again, you lied. Read it again, may I? Please go back up. Don't hide. He's hiding it. His website said
the Emperor Heraclius
there is no record of him becoming a Muslim. The website actually said there is no record. The website said there is no record. I read it. He lied. He lied. He lied. Liar. 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 Liar.
You and you.
Ladies and gentlemen, simply quoting a website that repeats your claim is not proof of your claim.
I brought the proof.
Did you hear that?
I brought the proof.
This guy couldn't get an A-level
and he became
in
Muslim.
logic or philosophy. He quoted a website that actually contradicted him. The website actually said there is no historical record of Heraclius becoming a Muslim. That's what his website said. Go back to the website.
I showed you.
Show me. Scroll down, please. Scroll down. Continue reading. Press continue reading. No, continue reading. No, you're lying. I saw it. He's hiding it. He's literally hiding it.
Oh yes. As for the proof of the isnad, Abu Sufyan Yes.
What? He got hold of the letter?
Ask Abu Sufyan.
No. The question is, how did Abu Sufyan? That was not my argument. That's not my argument.
Islam was the truth.
That was not my argument.
Yeah, that was the argument.
That was not my argument. You're going to look very silly. Where?
No.
Show me where it says he took Shahada. Show me. You made the claim. You're a dirty liar. You lied about a holy confessor. And you lied because your filthy God lied too. You're lying like your God.
Right.
Christ had his champions. Heraclius was one of those champions.
He acknowledged that Islam
who
is the
fought
truth.
under the banner of the Holy Theotokos.
What, 3 gods?
He fought a war to recover the Holy Cross. He fought against the Persians. You don't know anything about what you're talking about.
Which cross he fought under?
You quoted a website as if the website proves what you are saying. You're debunked, my friend. You quoted a website, and the website actually said there is no historical proof. And then when I wanted to quote it to you, he hid the website because I saw it, and he doesn't want me to read it. So he's lying to you. He's literally lying to you. He's literally lying to you.
How much gods there is?
Right. Sorry?
How much gods are there?
Sorry?
How much gods are there?
How much gods are there?
Yeah.
Well, to what? Sorry.
Huh?
Oh, gods, not gods.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought you said.
How
gods.
much in your religion? How much
So
gods you got?
we'll just assume, ladies and gentlemen, that the debate about the hadiths have been lost.
Heraclius became
so
a
now,
Muslim.
let me defeat him about another topic.
I finished.
About the Trinity.